Shalom, Apostle Tahar coming back at you with the truth, giving all praise to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai Ba'Shem Rakah Kodash. And I'm going to entitle this video, Esau Admits that UFOs exist or are real. Anyway, this is an article from RT News. Excuse me. Normally what I'll do is I'll if I'm looking for a topic, I'll a lot of times I'll go to RT News and just read the articles, and this popped up, and as you can see, the truth is out there. Pentagon admits it conducted UFO investigations. Now, what Esau basically does is they'll basically deny it. You know, there's no UFOs, and we never seen a UFO, and they're basically in denial. But in this article, and you're going to get a lot better quality of news from these foreign news companies. You know, basically the American, media. You get a lot of crap and bullshit, crap and blue skies. Anyway, it says the truth is out there. Pentagon admits it conducted UFO investigation. I read through the whole article, and I'm going to read parts of it. I'm going to jump around, and what I'll do is, if I remember, I will, and then you have videos that go with it. I didn't see the video. I think there's a couple of videos. And it says, the Pentagon has finally admitted it had researched and investigated UFOs or UAPs. I'm going to tell you what UAPs stand for. If I can find it. Let me do it this way. Okay, is this it? And bear with me for a minute. Yeah, here it is. UAP stands for Unidentified Aerial Phenomena. And let me read this paragraph here. You know what, let me go back up. It says the Pentagon has finally admitted it had researched and investigated UFOs or UAPs, Unidentified Aerial Phenomenon, as it calls them, and may have even dropped hints about ongoing extraterrestrial operations. Someone better call Fox Mueller, because after years of denial and cover-ups, so Esau knows, and we here at Great Millstone, and I will even say that One Westers, as Vocab Malone puts it, calls us One Westers. The Department of Defense spokesperson Christopher Sherwood finally blew the lid on a secret agency's task with UFOs or UAPs investigation. It says the existence of a secret government initiative called the Advanced Aerospace Threat Identification Program The acronym is AATIP. Had already been released in 2017, but the Pentagon's most recent statement, and Pentagon deals with war. That's the department that, researches whether there's UFOs or UAPs in outer space or within side of our atmosphere, because that's a threat. Anything that they can't identify, it's a threat to them. That's why the Pentagon is the department that deals with it, because the Pentagon deals with war. Most recent, like anytime there's a war, the orders work through the president to the Pentagon, to the various generals and the officers under the generals. So they're already looking at these UFOs or UAPs as a threat, and they're watching us too. They're taking, they're seeing, what does the Israelites say? That's what they do. Now, what does the Hebrew Israelites say about this? And like I've said many times before in the past, that everything that we've been saying will come to pass. UFO, and I have a list of over 20 scriptures dealing with, and I didn't even put down all the scriptures. I was going through the scriptures, and I missed a couple. A couple just came to mind. So I have well over 20 scriptures dealing with the UFOs. And I may read one or two of them, or I might go down the list and just give you the laundry list of the scriptures. And these other Israelite groups, they, like the non-Messianic Israel Hebrews, they tried, but they don't know what's going on. The truth came out of One West, and that's why Vocab No Class Malone, he's he's always speaking about us. He loses sleep over us, over the so-called One Westers. It says, where would I leave at? In an unprecedentedly candid admission, Sherrod told the New York Post the agency did pursue research and investigation into unidentified aerial phenomena. So that's a new term, UAP, although he steered clear of the term UFO, unidentified flying object, likely due to its pop culture baggage. Because when somebody say UFO, you think of a spaceship outside of the Earth's atmosphere. Those in the know understood what he really meant. An important new admission by the Pentagon, confirming to the AATIP, that stand for the Advanced Aerospace Threat Identification Program. So that proves right there that they look at UFOs as a threat. AATIP, Advanced Aerospace Threat Identification Program. So they know that these UFOs, and they know that they're the angels because they watch our videos. They want to know, but they don't want to know. And a lot of them are scared because in the back of their feeble minds, they're saying that, well, what if these Hebrew Israelites are right? Then they know they're going to be in a world of shit. And it's going to be found out that we were always right. Let me read that again. An important new admission by the Pentagon confirming to the AATIP, which is the acronym for, so you can get used to this, hearing this, Advanced Aerospace Threat Identification Program, did pursue research and investigation into unidentified aerial phenomenon, UAP. So it's not just next generation aviation threats. There goes the word threat again. They know that these unidentified flying objects are or unidentified aerial phenomenon are definitely threats from aircraft, missiles, and drones. The Pentagon finally admits to investigates UFOs. The Pentagon has finally uttered the words it always avoided when discussing the possible existence of UFOs or unidentified aerials. While the AATIP got the axe in 2012, Sherwood acknowledged, however, cryptically, that the government does still have a department to handle alleged sightings of alien craft. So they're saying that as of 2012, they did away with the department, but it's up and running behind closed doors. The Department of Defense is always concerned about. The Department of Defense goes to the Pentagon. They deal with war and threats of war. The Department of Defense is always concerned about maintaining positive identification of all aircraft in our operating environment within their airspace, within the ozone layer, within the atmosphere of the Earth, as well as identifying any foreign, the angels, capability that may be a threat. There goes the word threat again, to the homeland. So they know it's a threat. They know it's a threat. So they know that the Most High hates them and getting ready to destroy them. Anyway, let me go to a scripture or two. You know what? I'm going to give you part of the laundry list. Now, if you are part of Great Millstone, you already know these scriptures by heart. The first one I put up was Zechariah 5, verse 1, Revelation 1. Revelation 10, verse 1. You can read the whole chapter. 2 Kings 2, verses 9 to 12. I'm going to read down. Zechariah 9, verse 12. Isaiah 66, verse 11. Isaiah 31, verse 5. Isaiah, you can actually start Isaiah 31. You can start from the first verse. 2 Thessalonians 1, verse 6 on down. Daniel 7, verses 9 to 11, and Psalms 104, 3 to 4, Psalm 68, verse 13, jump down to 17, 2 Kings 6, verse 17, Ezekiel 1, verse 4 on down. You can read the whole book of First Ezekiel, Psalms 91, the whole chapter, Matthew 24, verse 27 to 31. Let's go to that one. Matthew 24, verse 27 to 31. And like I said, I have a list of over 20 scriptures of these UFOs. And that's how we're going to be delivered. So let's go to the book of Matthew 24. I said 27. I said verses 27 to 31. It says, "For as the lightning cometh out of the east and shineth even unto the west, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be." And I'm thinking of Daniel, the 7th chapter and 9th verse, which I may go to. Oh, another one I forgot. Did I put that in there? Boy, I didn't even put in. There's at least 5 scriptures that I didn't put in. 2nd Ezra. Well, there's so many scriptures on the so-called UFOs. 2nd Ezra, the 13th chapter. That's the threat. And Esau, as I said early in this video, that Esau knows that those UFOs are a threat. As a matter of fact, they know that they're the angels, and they read Revelation, the 12th chapter, which I'm going to read that, and they know they're going to be blasted to hell and back. It's just, you just got to face the facts, Esau. And they know that they're Edomites. Believe me, they're learning from us just like these wacky-tacky Christians are learning from us. 27 verse again. For as the lightning cometh out of the east and shineth even unto the west, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. And who is he coming to save? Oh, he's coming for every nation, kindred, tongue. So he's going to save us white folks too. He ain't going to save you. He's going to destroy you. The scriptures speak about in Amos about being sifted. He gonna sift Israel from the rest of the nations, and he's going to sift the elect from Israel. So the ones of you Israelites that are not a part of the elect, you're gonna taste the same demise as your buddy Esau. For wheresoever the carcass is, there will the eagle be gathered together. Like if there's a carcass, you have scavengers that will come down, and they can smell the carcass. You know, vultures, eagles, and they'll come right down, pinpoint, boom, and go to eating their carcass. It says immediately after the tribulation of those days, which is the Jacob's trouble, Daniel 12 verse 1, shall the sun be darkened, and the moon shall not give her light, and the stars shall fall from heaven. The stars shall fall from heaven. John saw this in Revelation, the 6th chapter. Those stars represent those missiles. The powers of the heavens shall be shaken. So you devils are going to be shooken up. 30th verse, Matthew 24, verse 30. And then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven. And it says in Isaiah 47 chapter, I shall meet you, but not as a man. And then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn. The tribes of the earth are talking about these other nations. They're going to catch hell, and you Israelites that are not of the elect mourn. And they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory. So Esau has to know that the Lord is coming with his angels, and he's coming to deliver the elect and destroy the rest of you. Because Esau does his religious book is the Bible, right? Every president that swears in, they don't swear in with using the Quran or the Kebra Neges or the Josephus. They swear in with the Bible and the King James Bible. Like you got these wacky ass Christians, you know, them Hebrew Israelites, they like to read out of the King James. Well, guess what? Every president that swears in on the King James Bible, man. There's got to be a reason behind that. And in recent years, they've been reading out of the Apocrypha. Where do you think they get the Apocrypha from? Watching us. When this guy became the inauguration of Donald Trump, they read out of they call it the Book of Wisdom, which is the Wisdom of Solomon. And these people watching it on TV, they don't know what book they're reading out of because they don't know nothing about the Apocrypha. You see? And the word Apocrypha means sent away hidden. So it's a hidden book. That's why Christians that deny it, because it's not for you. 31st verse, Matthew 24, verse 31. And he shall send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet. That's the seventh trumpet, the last trumpet. And they shall gather together his elect, not all Israel, but the elect from the four winds, from one end of heaven to the other. So you have the elect that are scattered, but the main deliverance is going to come out of Babylon. Why? Because this place is going to be destroyed. That's all I'm going to read out of that. You know what? Let me go from there. Okay, I'm about 20 minutes in. This video could easily be an hour and change. You know, all I got to do is read 10 of the scriptures. And you know I'm going to say something on them scriptures and break them down. This is real, man. This is right in your face. And Esau is beginning to see it, and they're scared. They're having nightmares, they're having visions, because Esau could get visions too. The other nations could get visions. Alexander the Greek saw a vision of the high priest and the company of priests coming wearing white garments, and he saw him and he bowed down. And it was asked, why are you bowing down to this man? He said, because I saw this man in my dream, and he told me that I was going to take over the known world. So the Most High is powerful, man. He ruleth in the kingdom of men. He puts down one and setteth up another. He had Alexander the Greek at 20 years old take over the known world at that time, out of Macedonia into Greece and those regions. And he got sick at 20 years old for 12 years. And when he took that part of the known world, the Most High gave him a sickness that he couldn't get healed from, and he went to the spiritual world. And that's because the Most High said, all I need you to do is take over the known world to fulfill prophecy, and then I don't need you no more, so I'm going to take your ass out. You know, that's how the Most High operates. Anyway, let's go to Revelation. Revelation 12. During the time of the, and I'm not going to go to it, but somebody could put it in the description comment section, and you can all, and I feel that some of you brothers out there may do a read to this video, because there's so much to say, man. I mean, like I said, this subject right here, and maybe one day we'll go into a whole thing and spend some quality time dealing with the subject of UFOs or UAPs, unidentified aerial phenomenons. Okay, this is Revelation 12. And this is an easy read. This is only 18, what is it? Yeah, this is less than 20 verses. Anyway, let me go right to the point. Seventh verse. Revelation 12, verse 7. And I'm going to close on this. And there was war in heaven. That's why the Pentagon considers something that they can't identify in the sky as a threat. And they're right on that. 7th verse. And there was war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon. Who is the dragon? The dragon is not an actual monster. It's a system. It's NATO and the EU, which the U.S. is a part of NATO. And the dragon fought and his angels, and those angels are talking about the dog fighters, you know, the ones that fly around in the fighter planes and jets, whatever jets. You have the F-16. You have which represent fighter. So they're going to go to fight now in Second Ezra's and I'm so tempted to go into that because it's clear as day. It's like a scene out of ID4 when it got destroyed. Anyway, the angels of the dragon represent the men that's flying those fighter jets, and the angels going to make them disappear from the sky. It says, and prevail not. The dragon is not going to prevail. Esau is not going to prevail. NATO is not going to prevail. Neither was there. And this is why Christians don't know that. When you ask the question, you know what, I'm going to ask this clown vocab. And that's why Dr. Eric Mason, he just disappeared from the scene, man. And I believe he took down them videos that he made against the Israelites. I can't find him. He tried, but he, you know, he was not good enough, mother. Inside joke. 7th verse again. And there was war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought and his angels and prevailed not. Neither was their place found any more in heaven, because the angels, led by Yahushua, led by one of the archangels, Michael, they completely destroyed these devils. And these devils didn't want, I'm looking in the future, they wanted to turn back, but the angels controlled the cockpit and made them keep coming. They said, look, retreat, flee. They're going to try to get out of there, and the angels going to make them keep going to them so they can have fun destroying you. And while that's going on, missiles will be hitting Babylon the Great. And then you're going to see the elect being beamed up. As, who is that, Dozer? Was it Dozer or Tank? He said, we're living in a, how do you say it? We're living in a very exciting time. Anyway, yeah, that was Ray Don Chang's little brother. Tommy Chang of Cheech and Chong. Chang was the Chinese one that was like a hippie. But I believe he was an Israelite. I believe he was an Israelite because when you read his story, it said that his father was doing good and he would help the people wherever they were living in Canada. That goes into a whole nother story. Anyway, it says 9th verse, and the great dragon was cast out. Who's the great dragon? That old serpent, which is also mentioned in Revelation, the 20th chapter, called the devil and Satan, which deceived the whole world. How did they deceive the whole world? Through their Christianity, their wacky Christianity, and their democracy, and their ways of life. He was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him. 10th verse. And that's when the kingdom is going to come, when this man is taken down. And I heard 10th verse, and I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now has come salvation. Whose salvation? For the Israelites, and strength, and the kingdom of our power, and the power of his Messiah, Mashiach. For the accuser of our brethren, who's that? Esau, is cast down, which accused them before our power day and night. And that 11th verse, and they overcame him by the blood of Yahushua, the Lamb, and by the word of their testimony. So aren't we the ones known for going into these scriptures? Christians can't deal with us when it comes to these scriptures. And they love not their lives unto the death. And they love not their lives unto the death. I'm sorry, I just lost. Let me get that back. It says, therefore rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil, that's well, how do you guys talking about the white man's the devil? Well, I'm reading about it right now. For the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he had but a short time. So he's scrambling now. Anyway, with that, I'm going to say shalom. On to the next one. Shalom. And keep watching the question and answer segment of the Apostle Gabar and the Apostle Ariam Lob, which the Apostle Gabar started that, and I told him, you know, it's all about counsel. I said, yeah, I said it's not going to work with you doing it by yourself. You need at least another person, or either another two persons with you. So it was himself and Apostle Ryan Lob, and it worked out good. But it's fast. The Q&A is fast, man. It's fast paced because you don't know what a person's going to ask. Anyway, with that, I'm going to say shalom on to the next one. Shalom.